So today we are heading to the Pacific Northwest, here in Arizona. That's up next. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we're coming to you here at the beginning of June. So if you guys have been following us along, you know that we have over 200 fruiting trees, vines, and shrubs here on the Sonoran Desert Farm. One of the things we love growing are figs. Before I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and link our fig playlist. If you guys don't know that already, we put all of our especially fruit tree videos into playlists. We've got a whole section on figs. We've been growing these for a long time here, but today we're gonna be talking about a variety we've never discussed. It's our Olympia fig. So now Olympian, I'm not really sure. All I know is that this tree originally was found in the Pacific Northwest, so in and around Olympia, Washington. This tree probably does a bit better with more moisture, but you can see it's doing great here. Now, we've never taken a good harvest off of this, but this year, I think we have one. All right, so we have a ripe fig, fully ripe here. Now, as far as these figs are concerned, they're almost a yellow, brownish green, almost golden color. But when they're not ripe, they're completely green. And this tree is loaded with unripe fruit. They'll start to turn light green. That's when you know they're starting to ripen up a bit. And then as far as fully ripe, hopefully you can make this out. The fig itself will get very kind of floppy. Okay, now ours won't get any honey coming out of here. We don't have enough moisture, but you can see that the fig is very, very floppy. And so this is a fully, completely ripe fig. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this just like that. All right, so got a harvest today. So several pieces of fruit that we have on this tree. Now, you'll notice that we are putting organza bags on here. We've talked about those before. We utilize those mainly for our fig trees. It's the only way we get ripe fruit off of any of these trees. So very labor intensive, but we found it's our best option. We've got those on our Amazon shop, easy to find. This one I believe is like a 3x6, so not real big, but perfect size for these. We have found that a lot of times for us, we need to double bag them. We got a few pieces of fruit on here that were single bagged, got taken out by birds. The double bag ones are just fine. All right, so as far as ripeness, what you're looking for in these figs is the top is gonna be really kind of a brownish yellow color as opposed to green. I have one that was a little tiny bit underripe, although we'll see once we try it. But the stem itself, where it connects to the fruit, you can tell it's kind of perky. And then the one that is completely ripe, maybe overripe, we'll see, is actually kind of wrinkled at the top, and it completely gives. It's completely limp. All right, so most important thing with all this, of course, is how it tastes. Now, what we do when it comes to figs, you have an open eye right here. So what I'm gonna do is basically put my fingers into that eye and pull it apart. This first fruit I'm trying is the one that might be a little bit underripe. We'll see. So you can see I've got 4 pieces here so I can share with my beautiful camera lady. Let's give it a shot. Good. There's a good amount of juiciness to it. Definitely a figgy fig. You know, you got the berry type figs, which like a Violet de Bordeaux, Panache, things like that, Black Madeira. And then you have your either honey or figgy type figs, like your brown turkey or something like that. This kind of reminds me a little bit of a brown turkey, although the flavor's not as strong, but definitely more of a figgy fig, at least here in the desert. Not super sweet. I would say it's a very mellow, honey kind of sweetness. Again, like a figgy type fig. Now that was the one that was a little less ripe. I'm gonna go ahead and open this one here. Let's see how this one tastes. Okay, this is the one that I know is probably perfectly ripe, and I can already tell more yellow, golden color on the inside, really glistening, so it looks like a lot of sugar, which is about the only time Lori and I get that. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Really good. I will say, that one is much riper. This fig definitely needs to be fully ripe on the vine before you harvest it. We had some last year for the first time and they tasted completely plain. Frankly, not good. This is actually pretty good. So it's a very mellow, figgy, kind of honey flavor. Mellow sweetness, not overpoweringly sweet. Good amount of fruit. Actually, you know what? I will tell you, not bad. So Olympian, whatever the actual correct term is, I know this is actually a pretty darn good fig. I would imagine if you have a bit more moisture in the air, so a little more humidity, you'd probably have a much stronger flavor, probably be a lot more sugar and a lot juicier. At least I make that assumption. I would say as far as ranking figs are concerned, this is right in the middle of the pack for me. So maybe not one that I would plant first, you know, something like a Panache or a Violet de Bardot or a Black Madeira, maybe those would be the first ones I would plant. But if you have one of these bad boys available to you and you have the space, I'd say give it a shot. It's a pretty darn good fig. So just want to thank you for joining us today. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We cover a lot of things here on the Sonoran Desert Farm and would love to see you on a regular basis. If you have any questions or comments, those go in the comments section down below. And our Amazon shop, I'll leave a link down in the description. That's a free, painless way to help support the channel. If you start with the link down below, it doesn't matter what you buy, you help to support us here. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, so can you. Now, if you guys have been following us along, you know that we have over 180 fruiting trees, vines, and it's over 200. So if you guys have been following... Why are you looking at me that way?
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Not saying anything.
Okay. Limp.
Wow, your terms today.
Hey, all I'm doing is speaking the truth.